Hong Leong Investment Bank is expecting the ringgit's weakness to persist as investors run for cover. It says the local currency should move towards 4.23 to 4.28 versus the US dollar in the next 3 to 6 months. The ringgit, which hit 4.22 early last month, has been hovering at 4.17 to just under 4.20 in recent weeks. The research house points out that the appetite for US dollar assets has strengthened, as concerns that negotiations between the US and China later this month will not lead to a complete trade deal. Also on the radar, the possibility of a no-deal Brexit, excessive financial market volatility and lingering geopolitical tensions, coupled with deepening political turmoil in the US after the start of an impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump. Given the weak ringgit undertone, HLIB is expecting export plays to return and names Top Glove and Lee Hun Industries as its top stock picks. The Malaysian Institute of Economic Research is urging Putrajaya to reintroduce the GST at a lower rate of 3% when it tables the 2020 budget. MIER Chairman Tan Sri Kamal Saleh describes the GST as one that is fair to all walks of life. He believes this is so because of the exclusion clauses that will protect the lower income group or B40. He also points out that it was the previous tax regime that kept the government afloat when crude oil prices declined to below $36 per barrel in 2015. Kamal adds that he had counselled the PH government against abolishing the GST, as the SST will never be enough to fill the gap left by the previous system. Under the current tax system, Putrajaya is expected to collect 22 billion ringgit this year, half of the 44 billion ringgit raked in by the then BN administration in 2017. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said as recently as last month that there are no plans to reintroduce the GST. Ex1MDB CEO Datuk Shahrul Azral Ibrahim Halmi believes he was removed from his post in 2013 because he had voiced some suspicions over some financial deals that were simply rushed through. Testifying in the 1MDB tenor trial today, Shahrul said he was transferred to Pemandu in March 2013 after making his concerns known, although he remained on 1MDB's board of directors to, as Loh Teck Jo apparently put it, manage optics. Before his transfer, Shahrul took home in 2012 over 2.58 million ringgit in salary and remunerations before taxes. This comprised 80,000 ringgit plus in monthly salary, an 18-month bonus of more than 1.44 million ringgit, plus an annual allowance of 179,000 ringgit for sitting on 1MDB's board. When news of the 1MDB fiasco broke in 2015, Shahrul said the board unanimously proposed to Datuk Sri Najib Razak that they resign. However, they were ordered to stay on until replacements were found. He quit after a new board was elected in 2016 and took on the role of President and CEO of Malaysia Petroleum Resources Corporation up until June 2018. He is currently unemployed. Saudi Aramco has reportedly approached Asian state oil producers including Petronas about potential cornerstone investments in its IPO. Citing people with knowledge of the matter, Bloomberg reports that the Gulf energy giant and its advisors have recently been holding talks with potential investors including China Investment Corp, Sinopec Group and China National Petroleum Corp. The people said they have also reached out to state-owned entities from the UAE and Kuwait, including Abu Dhabi Sovereign Fund Mubadala Investment Co., as well as Canadian pension funds. Deliberations are said to be at a preliminary stage, and Saudi Aramco hasn't yet received any firm commitments. Its advisors are reportedly arranging meetings with potential cornerstone investors this week and next week. Cashless payment solutions provider Revenue Group is teaming up with TNG Digital to enable mobile shoppers to pay for the purchases on Alibaba-owned Taobao and Tmall with their touch-and-go e-wallet via the RevPay platform. Revenue Managing Director and Group CEO Eddie Ng says the strategic collaboration with TNG Digital is expected to enhance the firm's bottom line. He says the partnership is also set to drive Revenue's electronic transactions processing segment, since it will gain from the electronic transaction processing fees. Meanwhile, TNG Digital CEO Ignatius Ng expects a good take-up rate among Touch 'n Go e-wallet users. To date, the Touch 'n Go e-wallet has over 5 million registered users and more than 80,000 merchant acceptance points. Taobao and Tmall are the world's largest e-commerce marketplaces, with monthly active mobile users of 755 million in June 2019.